Into the Fold is a podcast on mental health issues, produced by the Hogg Foundation for Mental Health. I'm your host, Ike Evans.
When COVID hit, everything closed. But our site coordinators, our program didn't close, just like many other CIS campuses. We were still in the front lines. Even though we went virtual, our staff was in the front lines assisting families. We were able to contact families through phone, through the, virtually, ensuring that our students were connecting, that they didn't lack the technology. We had many families that were affected, that either they were COVID positive. We were ensuring that they had their basic necessities, delivering to the home, food, personal hygiene items. There were families who had to leave their work to care for their kids. They had to leave their jobs. So how were they paying for services? Their light bill, providing food on the table. There was a lot of struggle. Now kids were home 24 hours a day and providing for 2 kids, or we had families that had 8, 9, 10 kids. So we ensured that we responded to every need of our students so that they, the impact that COVID had on families, at least, we were trying to provide for their basic needs.
I will say, there's a lot of people saying, community members saying, we are predominantly Latino, but our elected leaders don't reflect that population. So if anything, I think, based on my conversations with the community members, is that this is going to have a civic awakening, political awakening, however you want to call it, where people are going to be more involved in what, the school board does, what the city council does, what the county commissioners do. And, we have community members thinking about running for office, learning the different kind of public meeting codes. So you're really seeing is this community, coming together and trying to figure out in which ways they can make change. They know at the end of the day, it some of it will come down to them to see what they, to see how, what they want to see. It'll be up to them to reflect it. So we'll see what happens from here on. But I will say there's a big interest right now in that community of going out, going out to vote, learning who their leaders are and what they do, and figuring out, what they can do, what their power is.
Did strike close to home because of the proximity of the city, our community, and we got to see the reaction in our coordinators that are placed at the campuses, how especially at the elementary level the enrollment has been affected because parents are scared to enroll the kids. It's having to go through the decision whether we keep them homeschool, we send them to school. Look what's happening in our schools, in our community. So definitely our coordinators have seen that at the campuses where the enrollment specifically at the elementary level has been low. One, because for the past 2 years we've been through COVID, and then now because of what happened at Uvalde, kids are afraid. Kids are afraid to go to school. Kids are afraid to be out in public because of what could happen next.